First of all, I'm not responsible for any damage to your car, so do everything at your own risk. Yes, this is a voiceover as the audio file got corrupted. This video is mostly aimed at new drivers, people who are just starting to tinker with their car, that just want to get off the line a tiny bit quicker than the Fiat Panda in the other lane driven by an elderly lady. We have to be realistic, there is no magical way to gain power. So imagine this, it's a Corsa D 1.2. Yeah, I know your Corsa is a special edition, and they are a bit special. All the following mods are under £60, and if you think that's a lot to spend on a car, maybe you should get a bus pass. These mods will not only help you to gain more power, but they will help you to improve your fuel economy, so you will spend less on fuel, so you end up with more money to spend on mods. So first of all, we need to service the car. It is important that the engine is healthy before doing any modifications to it. It is surprising how many people forget to service their car, and then the engine just gets clogged up with old oil and sludge. Learn to service your own car, you will save a lot of money, and it's not difficult at all. There are tons of guides online how to do it. Don't use the cheapest oil there is out there. Look in the engine bay or the service manual what oil you should use. Don't forget to replace the oil filter too. And if you have a petrol car, you can replace the spark plugs as well. Spark plugs usually last about 40,000 miles, but it never hurts to replace them every service, and they're not that expensive. If you want to get a bit more oomph out of your engine, you can get performance spark plugs such as NGK Platinum or Bosch Iridium line. Performance spark plugs make a bigger, stronger spark, thus burning the fuel more efficiently, making the engine more responsive. To make sure you get the correct spark plugs for your car, you go around, or you can go on your car parts website, input your reg, and it will show you spark plugs that will actually fit your engine. If your budget allows, you can also replace the coil packs on your engine. Coil packs supply the electricity to the spark plugs. Air filter, controversial topic. Please don't put a random cold air intake from eBay. Most of them actually make you lose power than gain power, because you end up sucking in hot air than cold air. I'm not saying all cold air intakes are actually fake, but for less than £100 I don't think you can get an actual cold air intake that will actually do any difference. What I recommend is getting a replacement filter from you can get replacement filters from K&N and Remapping that will fit directly into your airbox. Or what you can do is go to your car parts, input your reg, and see what oil filters will fit your car. Just don't go for the bottom of the barrel ones. That's what I'm trying to say. Fuel filters are one of the most forgotten things during the service. You should replace a fuel filter every 30 to 50,000 miles. Have a look into your service booklet. Once your oil filter gets clogged, your fuel pump has to work a lot harder to push the fuel through it, making the engine not as responsive, making the car feel more sluggish. Speaking of fuel, don't put the cheapest stuff you can. I'm not saying you have to put in Shell Optimax. Put in like a regular Shell or BP in instead of supermarket fuel. And also you can use fuel additives. Fuel additives are often overlooked, but they help you regain lost power. All cars lose power during their lifetime, especially cars that has mostly done city miles. I've tested quite a few fuel additives, such as most popular Vedex, Seafoam, etc. But the only one that I found that actually did something was STP 5-in-1. This additive will actually clean the fuel system in your car. You will definitely feel a difference. If you drive a diesel, you can get an EGR cleaner and a DPF cleaner, but I would recommend getting it professionally done instead of them home kits. A lot of new drivers forget to check their tyre pressure. Having incorrect tyre pressure will increase drag, and if you listen in science class, you will know less drag is better. Wheel alignment is as important as tyre pressure. If your wheels aren't aligned correctly, you will end up with more drag, wearing out the tyres quicker in the process. You have to go to a specialist to get that done. Usually costs about £50. The final cheap mod you can get your car remapped. Remapping your car just means tuning the car's computer, such as advancing the timing, etc. If you want to see how much power you can gain from a remap, go to websites such as Celtic Tuning, input your reg, and you'll see how much power you can get just from a remap. You will have to get someone to do it, because it requires specialized software to do it. If you Google around, you'll find loads of mobile mechanics doing such work. Usually costs about £50 to £60 to get it done, but you will have to tell your insurance company. Once you've done all that, you have to start spending a lot more money on mods to see any difference in power. I would recommend starting with an aftermarket exhaust, which start about £150, and a proper air intake like a Ram Air or K&N. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.